When you're working in PowerTeacher Pro, it can get a little confusing to figure out how your assignments and your terms and the term selector view, how they all work together and how you can see the content in your gradebook the way that you want to. This video takes a look at how assignments fall into terms, how you can look at assignments on a term-by-term basis or by the entire year. When we take a full year class, we take that full school year and we break it up into terms. We break it up into those areas that we mark by. Term 1 starts at the beginning of school and runs until late November. Term 2 starts in late November, runs through mid to late March, and then Term 3 runs from late March to the end of the year. The start and end dates for your terms are set by your admin assistant staff in the office in PowerSchool Administration. And then PowerTeacher Pro uses those dates to set up your terms in your gradebook. As the year progresses, you create assignments within PowerTeacher Pro so you can record marks or formative observations and comments so you can evaluate the student progress, and each term has assignments that sit within it so that you can complete your evaluation. So let's take a look at how the scenario of evaluating a Math 6 class works in PowerTeacher Pro. So I'm here in PowerTeacher and I want to get into my mark book for my Math 6. So I'm going to come up and I'm going to click on the PowerTeacher Pro link there under my Math 6, and it's going to open up my PowerTeacher Pro Math. I can see that I am currently looking at my assignments list, and if I look up here at my term selector, I can see that I'm sitting and looking at my term 2 assignments. I've got a few more assignments I want for term 2, so I'm going to create them. I'm going to click on that plus sign. I'm going to choose assignments. I'm going to give the assignment a name. So I am going to create my division project. I need to assign it to a category. It's within that number category for math, and I'm going to assign it a due date. Now here's the thing when it comes to assignments and due dates. The term the assignment will be placed in, or the term that it'll count for marks in, depends on the due date you give the assignment. This assignment has a due date of January 27th. That sits pretty much smack in the middle of my term 2 dates, which are November 26th to March 24th. So this assignment is going to count within my term 2 for marks when I click on Save and Close to save the assignment. I continue to make the assignments that I need, so I click on the plus sign, I choose assignment. I'm going to create my division summative exam assignment. And again, goes in the number category, and I go to set that due date. Now when I set the due date, I can either highlight the date and type the date in, or I can click on the date picker and I can choose my due date that way. Because the due date falls after the new year, I set it for 2023, and I'm going to set this due date for March the 24th, which is right at the very end of term 2. But you can see that when I save it, that assignment is saved and it is displaying within that term 2 because it falls inside the due date. So far, all the assignments that I've created have fallen within the term 2 set of dates from November 26th to March 24th. I'm going to create another assignment, but this assignment is going to fall into the term 3 dates. It's going to have a due date of March the 27th. So you'll notice when I go to create this assignment and I set it to have a due date of March the 27th, what we'll see when I go to save this is I save it, but we will not see that assignment showing in the assignments list. And the reason that it's not currently showing in the assignments list, even though I have that says that the assignment was created successfully, is because its due date falls outside of term 2. To explain why we don't see that assignment that we just created, we need to talk about the view selector or the term selector that's here in the upper right corner of the PowerTeacher Pro screen. And the easiest way to do that is to take a look at a different example. If you're shopping for a car and you go to a vehicle dealership website, you're offered all sorts of different filters so you can choose and view only the types of vehicles that you're interested in. So for example, if I was car shopping, I can apply a filter so I only see cars. And now I can see that I've got several different cars that I could check out that perhaps I might want to buy. But maybe I only want a red car. Well, I can go into the color filter settings and choose red, and then I'll only see red cars. If I just want blue cars, I can change the filter to blue, and the same if I just want green cars. Whenever I choose that category or that setting, I'm filtering the amount of information I see because I'm only asking the website to show me just the ones that have the characteristics that I'm looking for. In this example, the color red. The exact same thing is true about the term selector or the view selector in PowerTeacher Pro. Right now it's set to show me my assignments that fall within Term 2, but I can click on that drop-down and ask to see Term 3 assignments or Term 1 assignments or even Y1 assignments if I want to see the entire year. The same thing is true when I'm clicking here on my grading and looking at my score sheet. I can choose to see some or all of the assignments for the year based on that view selector. Currently it's showing me Y1, so I see all of the assignments I have created for the year. But if I just want to focus on my Term 2 assignments because I'm entering those marks, I can click on that drop-down and I can choose T2, and then I will only see my Term 2 marks. As we move into Term 3, maybe I want to focus on Term 3, so I click on the drop-down again and I choose Term 3. The view that you select is your preference. It's how you like to work, how much of your assignments for the year you want to see. The term the assignment mark counts towards is based on the assignment due date. It has nothing to do with that view selector. It's all about the due date of the assignment. That's what determines what term it's placed in. So when you're creating your assignments in PowerTeacher Pro, pay close attention to your due dates. Know the start and end dates of each of your terms, and make sure when you create your assignments that you're giving the assignment a due date that places it within the term you want it to count for. Use the view selector to see as much or as focused a view of your assignments for the year as you need, and switch between them as you need to.